Remembering the victims of last year's Lama ferry disaster. What's next for Americans after U.S. government shutdown? And where have all the mainland tour groups gone? Good evening. It was a solemn night as Hong Kong remembered the Lama ferry disaster 1 year on. The annual National Day fireworks display was cancelled. Instead, ceremonies were held to honor the victims. Hong Kong and Kowloon ferry vessels sounded their horns at 8:20 this evening in memory of the victims. One of the company's boats was involved in the crash that left 39 dead. Some people looked on from the harbour side and lit candles. The other company involved, Hong Kong Electric, held a candlelight vigil also in memory of those who died. Families of the victims attended the ceremony. Earlier today, a Buddhist ceremony was held on Lama Island to commemorate those who died. Families of some of the victims and others looked on.
Well, I'm here to support my sifu, to do a puja for the souls of all those people in that terrible accident, and to hope that 1 year on that they can all rest in peace.
1 year after 39 people were killed in the disaster, questions remain on whether any government officials should be held responsible. Undersecretary for Transport and Housing Yao Xingmu pointed out today that an internal Marine Department investigation is still underway. He said the process is taking a long time because some of the records they're looking at were from more than a decade ago. Executive Council convener Lam Moon Kwong said if government officials are found to be at fault, the administration will accept responsibility and take measures to improve. Following the tragedy, the Marine Department has announced a series of safety measures. This includes requiring vessels to install an automatic identification system as well as a radar system to avoid collisions. While the aim is to prevent another tragedy from happening again, some small businesses say this is too much for them to bear. The Peng Chau Kai To Limited, which operates services between Mui Hua and Discovery Bay, says it will have to close down soon as a result. Company director Ken Wong said they have been using boats without power generators. If they have to comply with the new regulations, it would cost them about $200,000. Something, he said, that the company can't afford. That's prompted calls for the government to subsidize not only large ferry companies, but also take smaller businesses into consideration. Earlier, celebrations took place to mark the 64th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. Chief Executive Leung Chun-ying called on the city to take advantage of its strengths as the nation continues to develop. Diane To has more. Many groups also staged protests on National Day. Shawada Silva has that story. Turning overseas now, the U.S. federal government has begun its first partial shutdown in nearly 20 years after Congress failed to agree on a budget. Republicans insisted on delays to President Barack Obama's health care plan in return for budget approval, something that was rejected by the Democrats. Tony Saban reports. 3 United States diplomats have been given 48 hours to get out of Venezuela. President Nicolas Maduro claims the trio were conspiring with the opposition. Here's Sonia Otero. Back locally now, the number of mainland tour groups that arrived in Hong Kong today was down by almost 1/3 from a year ago. As Stephanie Choi reports, the reason could be a new tourism law. In sports now, Everton defeated Newcastle 3-2 to remain the English Premier League's only unbeaten team. And the weather mainly fine and dry tomorrow with a high temperature of about 31 degrees. And that's the news. Good night.